The early years of Chijioke, Ada, and Nnamdi were filled with laughter and love. Their mother, Ngozi, was the glue that held the family together. A woman full of warmth and devotion. But their happiness came to an abrupt end when illness claimed Ngozi's life. Her death shattered their father, Heze, who soon remarried to ease his loneliness and find a caregiver for his children. Her name was Stella, a tall, dark woman who came into the family with her two daughters, Shika and Deforma. At first, she acted sweet and caring, making promises to love the children like her own. But as the weeks turned into months, her true nature surfaced. Stella was harsh, cruel, and partial. While she pampered her own daughters with the little money Eze brought home, she treated Chijioke, Ada, and Nnamdi like outcasts. Touching her food was akin to igniting a powder keg. The resulting explosion of hunger was not to be underestimated. "Why are you eating like gluttons? Do you think money grows on trees?" she would scream, her eyes blazing. Her cruelty didn't stop at words. She forced the children to do all the house chores, from fetching water to scrubbing the floors, while Shika and Deforma lounged around or played. If the work wasn't done to her satisfaction, she would beat them mercilessly, leaving bruises and scars on their young bodies. Heze, blinded by his love for Stella, he ignored the suffering of his children. "You are too soft on them," Stella would complain to him. "They need discipline." And so, Heze would join her in punishing his children, often leaving them in tears and pain. One fateful night, Heze collapsed suddenly and died of a heart attack. The loss hit the family hard. But for Chijioke, Ada, and Nnamdi, it was the beginning of a darker chapter. With Eze gone, Stella's wrath grew worse. She denied them food, stopped paying their school fees, and constantly reminded them that they were not her responsibility. "You are not my children," she spat one day. "If you don't like it here, leave." One by one, they dropped out of school. Chijioke, the headess, took up many jobs to support his younger siblings. He worked as a bus conductor by day and a cleaner by night. Ada began hawking snacks on the streets, while little Nnamdi helped by washing cars. Meanwhile, Stella's own daughters, Shika and Deforma, lived like royalty. They went to private schools, wore the best clothes, and had everything they wanted. Stella shielded them from any hardship and wouldn't tolerate anyone laying a finger on them. As time went on, the tables began to turn. Shika and Deforma, having grown up spoiled and entitled, made poor choices in life. Shika became involved with several men, living recklessly and eventually getting pregnant. When asked who the father was, she couldn't say. She became a single mother, struggling to make ends meet. In another camp, Ifeoma fell into the wrong crowds and began using drugs. Over time, the addiction destroyed her mind. She wandered the streets talking to herself, shady and unrecognizable. Stella, once so proud of her daughters, was now the one hiding her face in shame. Chijioke, Ada, and Nnamdi, regardless of their rough start, held onto their dreams. Chijioke saved every penny he earned, eventually starting a small business selling spare parts. As the business matured, it became increasingly successful. Hada, who never gave up on her education, took evening classes and later became a nurse. Nnamdi, the youngest, secured a scholarship to study engineering and eventually landed a high-paying job in a multinational company. The three siblings supported each other through the toughest times, and their bond only grew stronger. They never forgot their parents, often visiting their graves to lay flowers and pray. Mama, Papa, Chijioke would say, "We hope we have made you proud." Stella, now old and free, lived alone in the same house where she had once ruled with an iron fist. Her daughters no longer cared for her, and the community avoided her because of her troublesome nature. She spent her days in silence, haunted by the memories of the children she had maltreated. One day, Stella heard of Chijioke's success and visited him, hoping for forgiveness. She knelt before him. Her face was bathed in tears. "Chijioke, please forgive me. I was wrong." Chijioke stared at her, his face unreadable. He thought of all the pain she had caused, the scars on his back, the hunger in his belly, the nights he cried himself to sleep. But then he remembered his mother's words, "Don't let bitterness live in your heart." "I forgive you," he said quietly. "But forgiveness doesn't erase the past. You will have to live with what you have done." Stella sobbed, but it was too late to undo the damage. Her daughters were a reflection of her poor parenting, and the children she had scorned were now the ones shining bright. Chijioke, Hada, and Nnamdi continued to flourish. Their achievements are a direct result of their unrelenting drive and perseverance. They built homes and started families and gave back to their community, becoming role models for others. Though they bore the scars of their traumatic childhood, they turned their pain into strength. They lived not just to survive, but to honor the memory of their parents, who they now believed wash over them with pride. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel for more amazing stories. Do not forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you.